दादा श्याम प्यारी संगत तव्हां सभिनी जो असांजे दादा जे 57 महायज्ञ सत्संग में तहे दिल सां स्वागत आहे। अॼु प्यारी भेण सीमा सां जॉइन थी आहे इंडिया मां। स्वागत था कयूं प्यारी सीमा जो। शुरू कंदासीं असां मंत्रनि सां। तव्हां सभु म्यूट आहियो, महिरबानी करे म्यूट ई रहो। कुझु हुजे त चैट ते अचो या इशारो कयो। असां शुरूआत कंदासीं मंत्रनि सां। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शांति शांति शांति। ओम दादा श्याम। मन पर बोध पौड़ी पहले खां वठी चौथी ताईं। राम नाम तेरो काम थी दुनिया खातूं धार। नूरी गोविंद गाए मना रहो संत जना के पास। राम नाम तीरथ धाम भटकी छो परदेस में। नूरी गोविंद गाए मना रहो तू आत्म देश में। राम नाम ज्ञान गाम उठ जागती तैयार। नूरी गोविंद गाए मना दिल में पाए दीदार। राम नाम तीरथ स्नान वञी छो मथुरा काशी। नूरी गोविंद गाए मना आई अलख निवासी। नूरी गोविंद गाए मना आई अलख निवासी। दादा श्याम। नूरी ग्रंथ वचन पेज 1664 1664 सिंधी में। ही बाग बहारी ही गुल गुलजारी सब फानी फानी एक खिन जिंदगानी। झूठा जग का मेला मेला एक एक जाए अकेला। सारो ही सिंगार सूरत जो दीदार। ही नाज़र नजर निर्वार सब काल जो शिकार। झूठा जग का मेला मेला एक एक जाए अकेला। झूठा जग का मेला मेला एक एक जाए अकेला दादा श्याम।
Alone departs each and every one. These blooming gardens, this blossoming of flowers, all are transient and have just a moment's existence. False is this congregation of the world, and alone departs each and every one. All this ornamentation and all this adoration of the human face and form, all this show of beauty are all victims of death. False is the congregation of the world, and alone departs each and every one. Dada Sham.
Dada Sham, Dada Dhuni, we'll start now. Dada Sham Sharanam Mama, 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 Dada Sham Sharanam Mama. Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi. Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi. Dada Sham Sharanam Mama, 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 Dada Sham Sharanam Mama. Dada Sham bina bhav par nahi, Dada Sham bina bhav par nahi, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi. Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi. Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham kaho, Dada Sham bina udhar nahi. Dada Sham Sharanam Mama, 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 Dada Sham Sharanam Mama. Dada Sham, I would like to introduce and welcome dear Seema. So what do I say about Seema? Seema is actually Sindhi mein ma socho ॻाल्हाईंदुसि. Can I speak in Sindhi? सीमा हिकिड़े पखी वांगुरु आहे, कोयल पखी जेका आज़ाद आहे, जेका पंहिंजनि मिठड़नि गीतनि सां असां सभिनी खे प्यारे दादा जा मिठड़ा वचन ॿुधाए रही आहे पंहिंजे संगीत गीतनि द्वारा, पंहिंजे चुलबुले चार्मिंग अंदाज़ में। ऐं प्यारी सीमा घणनि हंधि वई आहे, आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग जी बि टीचर रही चुकी आहे घणनि सालनि खां, दादा सां जुड़ियल आहे घणनि सालनि खां, ऐं ॾाढा मधुर गीत ॻाया अथई, दादा जी ख़ासि चहेती रही चुकी आहे। त हिकिड़ी ॻाल्हि हिन यंग एज में रियलाइज़ कई, जीअं पखी थींदा आहिनि न मिठड़नि फलनि जा, बाग़नि जा, स्पिरिचुअल बाग़नि जा आहिनि, मिठा फल चखिया आहिनि। हिकिड़ी ॻाल्हि रियलाइज़ कई आहे त ज़िंदगीअ जो रियल मतिलबु छा आहे, असांजे लाइफ जो पर्पस छा आहे। उहो पर्पस न आहे पैसा, पदारत, मान शान, बट हिकिड़ी शइ जेका प्यार हिन पंहिंजे हथ में कयो आहे, सभिनी खे प्यार जा प्यारा पंहिंजे मधुर अंदाज़ में, चुलबुले अंदाज़ में गीतनि द्वारा सभिनी खे प्यारे थी। असां ॾाढा लकी आहियूं त असां सीमा सां अॼु दर्शन कंदासीं ऐं ॿुधंदासीं हुन जा भॼन। त सीमा, अगेन मोस्ट वेलकम टू अवर सत्संग, humble satsang. Now you take it over, please. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Nanak. Dada Sham, everyone. Anu asked me to also share a couple of things that I experienced with Dada, and Uncle Nanak was saying that, yeah, I've been with Dada for a long time, since 1995, actually, thanks to my parents. And it's a bit freaky that you said I'm like a free bird, because when I moved to Hong Kong in 2006 and the Sangat was like telling Dada, tell her to come for satsang every day. I hadn't even found a flat yet. I hadn't even found my apartment. I had literally just moved that week, and everyone's like, oh, Dada, tell her to come every Sunday. And I'm like, I just looked at him. He looked at everyone and said, ne. Hinna ke thai badhona. Don't tie this girl down. He said, this bird needs to fly. And I was like, wow. Like, he recognized in me what, forget my own family, but I myself had not recognized within me. And that's the wonder of Dada, right? That's the beauty of Dada. He saw within us what even we couldn't see. And I remember how I was just blown away. He said, nah, don't tie this bird down. She needs to fly. Did I ever tell you this story already, Uncle Nanak? How come you just said free? Allah. So just, that is such a coincidence. And you're right. You
didn't tell me. I just imagine you're like a free bird.
And you're right. I have had the good fortune to taste the sweetness of spiritual teaching from Dada, from Swami Chinmayananda, from Sri Sri Ravi Shankar, from a lot of teachers. However, life is still a learning, right? I'm still learning. If I had already learned everything, then my body would have dropped me by now, right? So while I'm very humbled by your words, I'm also mindful of the fact that I'm also a pilgrim. I'm also a learner. And
even Dada said that, so it's okay. I mean, nobody can. God is the only perfect being, so whatever.
In that vein, I had this incident in 2018, few months after Dada passed. He dropped his body in 2018, July 12th. Estelle, I'm saying these things for your benefit because this is your first satsang. Thank you for joining us. Dada dropped his body in 2018, July, and I had a pretty rough experience. I mean, things that I had planned didn't quite work out. And it was kind of like, I think it was later that year or maybe early 2019. But I missed his spoiling. I missed his dinners. I missed my chit chat with him, my banter with him. So I was going to the mission, but I looked pretty rough. Okay. Like you could see on my face that I was not in a good space. So one of the girls, she's about my age and she's been coming to the mission since I've been going. And I'm not going to say who, but she's one of the girls who's been at the mission for many, many years, not living in the mission, but coming and going. She comes to visit and she came up to me. She's never said more than, hi, Dada Sham, hope you're well. Nothing more than that. She came up to me that time and said, okay, I don't know what it is that is bothering you, but where's your faith? And I was like, like she gave me dando, she gave me stick. And this girl had never even said more than a meow to me. She roared. She said, where's your faith? And I was, and she didn't want details. She's like, I don't know what's going on with you. I don't want to know what's going on with you. But all I have to ask you is, where's your faith? And she walked off. And I just met her in Pune last week. And I said, thank you for that dando. I have been also, I have fallen, I have tripped a few more times. But every time her voice comes to me and it says, where's your faith? So anyway, I'd like to start, enough talk. I'd like to start with a song that has Sindhi and English, so Estelle can get a little bit of a feeling for Dada's message. Yeah. So today, actually, the event is to commemorate the anniversary of the passing of my friend Dada's guru, Sadhu Vaswani. And he was also his uncle, right, guys? He was his chacho, right? Yeah. So my friend who dropped his body in 2018, his uncle is the founder of this mission that you've attended this. And this mission is all around. We have centers all around the world, and we do service, and we do animal activism, and we uplift the girl child, and we have educational institutions, and I could go on and on for the kind of work that's done by this mission. But today we're commemorating the 57th year anniversary of the passing of the founder, which is Sadhu Vaswani. But what I'm about to sing is a song written by my friend, Dada Jashan, and our guru, our teacher, and my dinner date for many, many years. And I chose it because last week, when I was at the mission, his strong message was about do not waste your human birth. Do not waste your human birth. So I give you human birth. चोलो मिलियो तोखे करी दिल में तू दीदार अंदर अंदर विच दिल मंदर अंदर अंदर विच दिल मंदर अजीबन जो अथई इसरार अजीबन जो अथई इसरार मानुष चोलो मिलियो तोखे करी दिल में तू दीदार अंदर अंदर विच दिल मंदर अजीबन जो अथई इसरार ब्या कम तो कया केदा ब्या कम तो कया केदा कमन जो कम विसारियो तो कमन जो कम विसारियो तो घिरी दिल जे अंदर प्यारा घिरी दिल जे अंदर प्यारा पाड़ देखीने निहारियो तो पाड़ देखीने निहारियो तो मानुष चोलो मिलियो तोखे sacred shrine, the truth is told, alone thou art. Alas, you did so many things. Alas, you did so many things. The work of works you forgot. The work of works you forgot. You did not gaze at yourself. You did not gaze at yourself. Nor did you enter your own heart. Nor did you enter your own heart. You have received this human birth. This chance you have missed once again. This chance you have missed once again. When will you get it once more? When will you get it once more? When will you be fortunate to stand before the open door? To stand before the open door. You have received this human birth. Stand up, this is the time. Wait till the morning comes. Stand, this is the time. Wait till the morning comes. The sacred shrine, it's within you. The sacred shrine, it's within you. Wake up, stand up, wake up, realize, realize. This is the time, this is the time. Stay alive, this is the time. Realize, this is the time. So Dada said at this talk, now I remember last week at this talk we listened to on the video, Dada said two things. Fortunate are those who have, oh my God, I'm going to paraphrase to Buluchukumaf, but this is what I remember. He said, fortunate are those who can meditate, and fortunate are those who can do kirtan, because both can lead you to the same. I have been fortunate to have both in my life and still no progress. But anyway, we'll come to that later. Okay, so now I want to do a kirtan, Hari Bol, because Big Dada used to often say Hari Bol, Hari Bol. And this kirtan used to echo in the mission when I was just a teenager, moved from Africa. So I would like to do it. This one's a shout out to Nirmala. I will not be able to hear you. So kirtan is a call response kind of thing. But because we're on this platform, I will not be able to hear your response, but I want to see your lips moving. I will leave spaces for where you can repeat. It's very, very simple. So no matter what language you speak, it's very simple. Hari Bol. And what is the purpose of kirtan? When so many minds come together and chant the same sounds, chant the same vibrations, it elevates our consciousness. So it doesn't matter what it means, I don't even know, but can just sing, and through these vibrations we elevate, or hope to. हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। 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 हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, 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 हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि 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 बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, 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 हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि हरि बोल, 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 हरि हरि बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल। मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल, मुकुंद माधव गोविंद बोल। तुम द्वार हृदय के खोल, हरि हरि बोल। तुम द्वार हृदय के खोल, हरि हरि बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। हरि बोल, हरि बोल, हरि 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 बोल। Hari 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 Bol, 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 Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol, 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 Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, tum द्वार हृदय के खोल, Hari Hari Bol, tum द्वार हृदय के खोल, Hari Hari Bol, 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 Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol, 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 Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, Mukunda Madhava Govinda Bol, द्वार हृदय के खोल, Hari Hari Bol, that means open the door to your heart. द्वार हृदय के खोल, open the doors of your heart. Hari Hari Bol, द्वार हृदय के खोल, Hari Hari Bol, open the doors of your heart. Hari Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari 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 Bol. We can keep our eyes closed for a few seconds. Actually, before I get into this one, I wanted to ask you, did I ever tell you about Nuri Bani recordings I did in 2019? and how, actually last week in Pune, one of the he's not old, he's like my age, but one of the people I knew right from Bridge Builders that time in the 90s, he took me out to lunch with his 10-year-old son. And we're having lunch at the ladies' club, and then he goes, Seema, what was your relationship with Dada? I mean, he's been around, he's seen me in and out. He just said, if you had to tell me what was your relationship with him, how would you describe it? And I was like, I said, there's no one answer to that. He's like, come on, shoot, I'm all ears. So I said, first I started out with reverence, and almost fear, oh, okay, he's a preacher dude, he's cute, he says stuff I understand, and that's about it, right? I was 16. And then it became more okay, there's something to him. He's cool. Yeah, I like him. And then he did a Krishna. He invited me to dinner every night, and then he wooed me with his cuteness and his love and his spoiling. And then I started mothering him, and he started calling me Ammi, because I was like, I don't want to hear about you not sleeping on time, taking your meds. I don't want to hear any complaints about you. He's like, Ammi. I think I've told you this. So the whole relationship morphed from revered and distanced to, okay, he's cool. And then wow, he's my friend. We could discuss books together. We could have dinners. We could, and then he became my son. And I started babying him when he was in his 90s. And then when my dad dropped his body, I said, well, no, I can't be your mother anymore. Can you be my Dada? Dada in Sindhi means big brother, or even we call our father Dada, right? Am I right, Nanak? Yeah. In Sindhi, we call Dada for big brother, also father. So I said, I remember it was just an hour after my dad breathed his last, and I went straight to the mission, and I told Dada, I'm like, he's gone, so he was like, okay. And I said, look, I can't be your mother anymore. I quit. Can you be my dad now? And he hugged me so tight. So tight. I was like, oh my God, that was amazing. But I liked that my friend asked me this, because I couldn't really encapsulate it in just one word. But one thing that I said to Bridge Builder, this Nikki, his name is, I was like, you know what? But I'll tell you one thing. I only realized his true greatness after he dropped his body. Call me slow to the party. I mean, I don't know. Everybody thinks he's great. I'm not saying I thought any less of him, but my appreciation and my awe for him just jumped when I had to record Nudi Bani, because it was the English translations, and that was when I really understood his devotion to his master. And I realized that every word that I recorded, I was recording all these verses. In between takes, I'd tell the sound engineer, just stop. And I'd be hiding behind the pop filter and crying, because I'd be like, oh my God, these lyrics, these words are so powerful. Dada and Sadhu Vaswani were both amazing poets, and they were they had devotion, and their couplets would make me cry. And I realized that small Dada, that is Dada Jashan, followed every word to the T. And I was like, this is greatness, So anyway, I just wanted to do that before I went to the next one, which is, I ask myself this every day, but I know he's with me. To bin dadal kiya jiya. ही मुंहिंजी जिंद ए जान तू ही मुंहिंजी जिंद ए जान तू ही प्राणन जो ही प्राण तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन तादल तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन दादल किए जिया किए जिया किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया तू ही मुंजी जिंद ए जान तुहिंजी पूजा मुहिंजो पाठ मूं अंधिय जी तू ही लाठ तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन दादल तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन दादल किए जिया किए जिया किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया दादल किए जिया दादल किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया मुहिंजी माला तू ही धूप हिक हिक में बसा तुहिंजो ही रूप मुहिंजी माला तू ही धूप हिक हिक में बसा तुहिंजो ही रूप मुहिंजी बत्ती तू अंतर ज्योत मुहिंजी बत्ती तू अंतर ज्योत मुहिंजे दिल जो हिक तू ही होठ मुहिंजे दिल जो हिक तू ही होठ किए जिया किए जिया किए जिया तू दिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया तू ही मुंजी जिंद जा जित वन्याउत तू प्यो निहारी एक एक अणुआ मां प्यो तू पुकारी जित वन्याउत तू प्यो निहारी एक एक अणुआ मां प्यो तू निहारी राधा खे तो नाए विसारियो राधा खे तो नाए विसारियो हिन दिल अंदर तोड़ियो बारियो हिन दिल अंदर तोड़ियो बारियो किए जिया किए जिया किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया दादल किए जिया दादल किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया तू ही मुहिंजी जिंद जा मुहिंजा प्राण प्यारा शाम सुहाना झले हथ हथन में वठी हल प्यारा मुहिंजा प्राण प्यारा शाम सुहाना झले हथ हथन में वठी हल प्यारा उन पार नूरी जितना जुदाई पार नूरी जितना जुदाई हित जीवन अंजलि वहीं पे जाई हित जीवन अंजलि वहीं पे जाई जिया किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया तू ही मुझी जिंद जान तू ही प्राणन जो आही प्राण तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन दादल तू बिन प्रीतम तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया दादल किए जिया दादल किए जिया दादल किए जिया दादल किए जिया तू बिन दादल किए जिया तू बिन प्रीतम किए जिया तू ही मुझी जिंद जान. See, like I had this recent experience in the mission last week. So, okay, there were, oh my god, this is like this line, Radha ke to nahi visaryo. You haven't forgotten your Radha. And I just told you, he was my Krishna. He did a Krishna on me. Like, he just totally, will you come to dinner? And I'm like, okay. He's like, will you come tomorrow? I'm like, okay. And then he would say, okay, now your turn. When you want to come? And I'm like, no, you say. And he'd be like, okay, tomorrow. And I'd go back for dinner the next day. And then the next day he'd be like, okay, I've done my turn, your turn. I'm like, no, you say. And he'd be like, okay, tomorrow. And I'd go back for dinner. Like, I'd go back for dinner like every night. So, as I said, like, like Krishna had his way, his masti, his mischief, his way of wooing his many gopis. And this line, Radha ke tho nahe visaryo, I tell you, Jit vanyaut tu pyo nihari. Not just in the mission, I promise you. Although in the mission last week I was in Pune, like 10 days ago, for the 12th and 13th. So what's today? Yeah, 10 days ago. So you know Rekha, right? That girl who does all the organizing of the singers, and she is this most wonderful, selfless, sweet, and she sings like an angel, and she's been working tirelessly and selflessly in the mission for years, she and her husband. So anyway, I was not going to go every day, right, to Satsang. I was going to work every day till like 3 o'clock, and I was like, right, okay, I don't go every day. In fact, even when Dada and I used to have dinner, I used to walk in at 9 p.m., go straight to his house and have dinner, like I used to go for my date. I never went to Satsang. People would meet me coming out of Satsang and be like, hey, what's up, Mama? Hey, what's up? Blinders, I'm going up. See ya. I'm late. Cheers. Like I would just go to dinner. I was not an everyday Satsang kind of person, right? So Rekha goes, Seema Didi, aap 12 ko bhi aa rahe ho, no? And I'm like, really? She's like, हाँ Thursday है, मैंने आपके लिए slot रखा है. I've kept a slot for you. And I'm like, huh? And she's like, आप आओगे ना? You'll come, right? And I'm like, okay. Because she has this face you can't say no to. She's such a doll. And I'm like, okay. And then she says, 13th के लिए भी slot रखा है. I've kept a slot for you for the 13th also. So I'm like, really? And I'm working, okay? I'm working from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. every day in physical, like at my school, right? I work remotely from my forest, but I went in to go in every day, and I'm like having full-on days, right? And she's like, I've kept a slot for you on the 13th also. Aap aoge na, you'll come, right? And I'm like, okay. So every evening, I put on my sari, off I went, and I just chuckled to myself because I honestly felt that was Dada speaking to me, because there have been times, and people are witness to this, where he'd be like, oh, tomorrow's Lori, are you coming? And I'm like, I kind of made dinner plans with a friend, and there's this collective, at the table, did she just say that to Dada? And I'm like, well, I never get to meet my friends, I'm having dinner. And Dada's like, come, no, it'll be so nice. We'll have a fire, we'll go around it. This was like maybe 10 years ago, okay? And I'm like, really? And he goes, yeah, it'll be so nice. And I was like, okay. So I canceled with my friend, right? I called my friend. I'm like, dude, Dada wants to have. He's like, Dada wants to. He's like, never mind, cancel away, click, no problem. So I remember how he used to kind of invite me, because I never went. Like, if he invited me for dinner, I went, So this time, coincidentally, I was in Pune for Lori. Guess what? I went. And I sang, and it was so fun. And I feel like through Rekha, through that other girl also who gave me Dando, where's your faith? That girl, Dada is constantly, Ik ik anuwa mapyo tum pukari. He's calling to us. He's calling to us all the time. He don't forget us. So, Kiya Jiya, if I remember you too, I will thrive. It's up to us to remember with every, he says, Muhinji mala tu hi dhup. You are my mala, you are my chant, you are my ik ik me pasat tu hinjo hi roop. I see you in everybody. Everything I do is service to you. So then why should I lament that I'm without you? How do I live without you? When we do that, we're being selfish because we just want the physical form. He's with us. He's talking to us through the dandos I got and through the Rekha's face. Come, no. And I literally felt like, that's like Dada. She literally said it like Dada. She's like, come, no. You come, no, please. I'm keeping slot for you. And I was like, fine. Anyway, time is fast moving on. Uncle Nanak has asked me to sing a song that Big Dada wrote when he was about to drop his body. I just sang it in Bangalore. Khuda Hafiz, Khuda Hafiz, Khuda Hafiz. So for those of us who don't understand Sindhi, this is Dada saying goodbye and saying, but I'm calling you to come and bless me as I start my journey into the afterlife. My boat is ready now to take me to the other side. I have no wish for anything except I should be the dust at the feet of my master, of my divine. So I give you Khuda Hafiz. Volume is okay of the Tanpura? Khuda Hafiz, 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 Khuda Hafiz. Acho haane, acho haane, munja pyara vatan vasi. Acho haane, acho haane, munja pyara vatan vasi. Vathamo kal abha thi, आया शीस लाए प्यासी. वठामो कल आभा थी, आया शीस लाए प्यासी. खुदा हाफिज, खुदा हाफिज, खुदा हाफिज, खुदा हाफिज. मुंजन सुपनन अभी वर वर आया आयो आया आयो मुंजन सुपनन अभी वर वर आया आयो आया आयो अची हाणे सजन मुहिंजा दिलयुन जो भार आलायो अची हाणे सजन मुहिंजा दिलयुन जो भार आलायो खुदा हाफिज 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 बीठी त्यारा है हाणे मुंजी बेड़ी बीठी त्यारा है हाणे मुंजी बेड़ी अची आसीस ॾियो पंहिंजी करियो नाकीन का देरी अची आसीस ॾियो पंहिंजी करियो नाकीन का देरी वञण जी वेल आई आहे थिए थो ॾींहुं अॼु पूरो वञण जी वेल आई आहे थिए थो ॾींहुं अॼु पूरो बाज़ीगर जी आही बाज़ी ख़तम थियो खेल समूरो बाज़ीगर जी आई बाज़ी ख़तम थियो खेल समूरो हयाती हिन जूं बख़्शिशूं खणी किन में वञां थी हाण हयाती हिन जूं बख़्शिशूं खणी किन में वञां थी हाण वरी मोटी अची मिलंदसि तंबूरे जी खोलींदसि तां वरी मोटी अची मिलंदसि तंबूरे जी खोलींदसि तां अथम ना प्यास मुक्तिअ लाइ अथम हीअ प्यास थिया शल दूर अथम ना प्यास मुक्तिअ लाइ अथम ही प्यास थिया शल दूर दुखियन जे कमल चरणन पेरियुन जो आऊं पसां थी नूर दुखियन जे कमल चरणन पेरियुन जो आऊं पसां थी नूर खणी आखिन में तिन जी खाक वञी थी जित वेठो गाए खणी आखिन में तिन जी खाक वञा थी जित वेठो गाए नूरी शामा जिशु बजाए नूरी शामा है कुंज में क्रास थो जिशु बजाए खुदा हाफिज 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 खुदा हाफिज.
Dada Sham, and welcome back, our dear Sangat on Zoom, Facebook, and YouTube. It's been 5 weeks without you all, and we have missed you. We are so, so happy to be back, and what a way to be back. Celebrating the 57th Mahayajna with none other than Seema. Seema, thank you so much. You have energized us with your love for Dada, and the amount of enthusiasm you brought to the Satsang today has been awesome. I have sang every bhajan with you right through, and such a brilliant idea to give the pause in the dhuni. So we had absolutely no choice but to sing. I've always hankered for something like that. Nobody's been able to do it, and you did it so beautifully, so simple and so beautiful. So thank you so much for that. You made it feel like a real satsang. And I must say, I've said this before, but I'd like to repeat that I really don't know how your mom kept your name Seema. There is no Seema to your energy, no Seema to your enthusiasm, no Seema to the love that you have for Dada and your ability to relate all your experiences with Dada. So thank you so much for that.
My mother's on this Zoom call. Don't blame her. My papa named me Seema.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. So many thanks. It was such a beautiful session. And you said something today. You said that you felt that Dada sent messages through Rekha and through the other unnamed person. But today I felt that Dada was talking to all of us through you. He was giving us messages. I personally love the faith message, and Dada's telling me, wake up, where is your faith? So really,
and I must add, Dada sent me to see Seema in Bangalore, you know?
Yes. So thank you so much, Seema. We look forward to you coming back to Toronto. Don't take so long. Come back to us soon. We would love to see you. And thank you for everything that you've done to make this a real satsang. And I want to remind the Satsangat that just leave Facebook, leave YouTube, join us on Zoom, because right after the aarti, Seema is going to be with us in our Sangha time. We'll have a chance to speak to her as if we were in a real satsang. So let's not miss this opportunity. Let us have the joy of communicating together with Seema about our beloved Dadas. And now, we will show you 2 videos. One is a short Upadesh by Bada Dada, and then is another beautiful extract of a movie that was made on Bada Dada. Many thanks to my dear cousin Renu Vatwa of the KKI Institute. She always bails me out last minute, even though her office was closed. She spoke to the ward, billing ward or somewhere. Somehow she managed to send me these videos this morning. So they are 2 short videos, and beautiful videos. So thank you for that. And we hope you will enjoy that. Right after that, yes, we are so blessed that Seema is going to be singing the aarti. So ero sutho moko navinyayu आरती जी तैयार थाली तैयार न हो जे त्या तक्कर में तैयार करे अचूं घड़ घड़ आरती गायूं घड़ आरती कयूं सीमा सा. And after that, do join us for our beautiful informal special Sangha time with Seema. Dada Sham, and thank you everyone.
प्यारे सत्संगियों, सबका सुचाकर आहिन शांत. The best speech is silence. The best silence is worship. The best worship is yajna, sacrifice. The best yajna is offering. The best offering is Krishna Arpanam. Shara Ajuma Aitavi Panchan Andar Iyo Toro Bhav Khoryu Krishna Arpanam. Krishna Arpanam. प्यारे सत्संगियों, आज चावंद सवाती करना दिल के अंदर आता में ही एक भावना, हियो एक एस्पिरेशन, तो जिंदगी जीवन शर अर्पण रहे कृष्ण जे कमल चरणन में. जिंदगी जीवन शर अर्पण रहे कृष्ण जे कमल चरणन में. जिंदगी जीवन शर अर्पण रहे कृष्ण जे कमल चरणन में. कृष्ण जे कमल चरणन में. ओम ब्रह्म कृपा ही केवलम, कृष्ण कृपा ही केवलम, गुरु कृपा ही केवलम. ओम शांति शांति शांति.
जीवन का अर्थ क्या है? हम इस धरती पर क्यों आए हैं? हम ये भाग दौड़ क्यों कर रहे हैं?
स्वर्ग लोक की प्राप्ति ही जीवन का लक्ष्य है.
हाँ हाँ, हर मनुष्य को इच्छा होती है कि वो स्वर्ग की खुशियां और सुख पाए.
स्वामी जी, स्वर्ग की इच्छा तो हर व्यक्ति करता है, किंतु प्रश्न ये है कि स्वर्ग की प्राप्ति की कैसे जाए?
संसार की मोह माया को त्याग कर मनुष्य को साधना में मग्न होना चाहिए. तपस्या में लीन होकर ही मनुष्य अज्ञान के अंधकार से निकल सकता है.
मेरे विचार से स्वर्ग में स्थान पाना हो तो नियमित रूप से मंदिर जाना अति आवश्यक है, और साथ ही साथ पूजा पाठ करना भी आवश्यक है. यही तो एक पथ है जिसे हमें मोक्ष मिलेगा.
नहीं मुनिवर, मुझे लगता है सबसे आवश्यक है वेदों का ज्ञान. वेदों का ज्ञान ही सर्वश्रेष्ठ है. इसके बिना मानव जीवन व्यर्थ है.
महर्षि, अन्न और जल का त्याग भी अत्यंत महत्वपूर्ण है. कठिन उपवासों को झेलकर ही मनुष्य स्वर्ग के योग्य हो सकता है.
स्वामी जी, इस जन्म मरण के चक्कर से मुक्ति पाने के लिए वेदों के अनुसार बड़े बड़े हवन और यज्ञ करने चाहिए। हवन में आहुति देने से हमारे जन्म जन्म के पाप कट जाएंगे।
इससे भी अधिक महत्वपूर्ण है चारों धामों के दर्शन। जगन्नाथपुरी, रामेश्वर, द्वारका और बद्रीनाथ, इन तीर्थों की यात्रा करके हमें स्वर्गलोक अवश्य मिलेगा।
पूजा पाठ, चार धामों के दर्शन, मंदिर जाना, वेदों का ज्ञान, ये सब बहुत अच्छी बातें हैं। स्वर्गलोक की आशा तो सभी रखते हैं, पर आप में से मुझे ये बताओ कि स्वर्ग त्यागने के लिए कौन तैयार है?
स्वर्ग का त्याग कर दे?
आप स्वर्ग नहीं जाना चाहते? आप ये क्या कह रहे हैं?
दादाजी, आप स्वर्ग क्यों त्यागना चाहते हैं? इसकी क्या वजह है?
मुझे स्वर्गलोक की खुशियां नहीं चाहिए। इस धरती पर इतने सारे लोग हैं जो गरीबी की आग में जल रहे हैं, जिनका जीवन दर्द और पीड़ा से भरा हुआ है। मैं तो ईश्वर से यही प्रार्थना करता हूं कि ऐसे लोगों की पीड़ा दूर करने का साधन बन सकूं। मैं मुक्ति पाकर क्या करूंगा? मेरी तो बस यही इच्छा है कि मैं बार बार इस धरती पर आ सकूं और मानव जाति की सेवा कर सकूं। आई डू नॉट एस्पायर फॉर मुक्ति। मुझे न प्यास मुक्ति की।
जय दादा जय हो, ओ जय दादा जय हो, जय दादा जय हो, ओ जय दादा जय हो, चरण कमल में सिर निवाऊं, उठत बैठत महिमा गाऊं। चरण कमल में सिर निवाऊं, उठत बैठत महिमा गाऊं। तू शिव शक्ति तू घनश्याम, तू ही है दिल दिल का धाम। तू शिव शक्ति तू घनश्याम, तू ही है दिल दिल का धाम। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। तू ही पिता तू मेरी माता, तू भगवंत आनंद दाता। तू ही पिता तू मेरी माता, तू भगवंत आनंद दाता। सत्य स्वरूप तू मेरे स्वामी, तू सर्वज्ञ अंतर्यामी। सत्य स्वरूप तू मेरे स्वामी, तू सर्वज्ञ अंतर्यामी। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। ज्ञान और ध्यान तू मेरी युक्ति, तेरे चरणों में मेरी मुक्ति। ज्ञान और ध्यान तू मेरी युक्ति, तेरे चरणों में मेरी मुक्ति। तेरे दर पर मांगे धूल, दासी अंजलि कीजे कबूल। तेरे दर पर मांगे धूल, दासी अंजलि कीजे कबूल। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो जय दादा जय हो। करते हो तुम प्रभु जी, मेरा नाम हो रहा है। प्रभु तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। प्रभु तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। तकलीफ और तंगी में नूरीक तू ही मददगार। उठाए हैं अंजलि के जन्मों के सारे भार। करता नहीं मैं कुछ भी, करता नहीं मैं कुछ भी। सब काम हो रहा है। करते हो तुम ओ दादा, मेरा नाम हो रहा है। दादा तेरी ही कृपा से सब काम हो रहा है। सब काम हो रहा है। हो सब काम हो रहा है। वाह वाह जित विहारी तू, फजुल नूरी निहारी तू शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो वावा जित विहारी तू फजुल नूरी निहारी तू शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो शुक्र आहे शुक्र तुहिंजो दादा श्याम दादा श्याम